What's going on, guys? Quasi here for Quasi Media and Quasi Animations. Again, if you were here last time, the background noise is my heater. It's cold. All right, now let's go. Here we go. Now we have one of my characters from my series Rise of the Derulians on screen. If you saw the last video, you saw some of the basic camera animations. Now I'm going to show a few tricks that I would use to give an illusion of movement, or rather speed, or any just basic movements to make something look a little bit more flashy. So here we have my character Zelker. He's a Chaos Lord, not a God of Destruction. This is not a Dragon Ball series. I'm just limited to the models that they have from Xenoverse, because that's what I use, because I don't model characters, so I use models from that. But the series itself is not Dragon Ball series, and the people that wear uniforms like this are called Chaos Lords. All right, so now, as for those of you that don't know anything about it, those of you that do, ignore that. So there's a walk cycle going, okay? So he's walking. It may be lagging a little bit because that's just what it does, even though it's at 60 FPS. But if I cut this on, it's only running at like 19 to 20 FPS. All right, so I'm gonna have it follow. Just bear with me, y'all. Okay, so we're gonna go all the way back to the beginning. Now he's walking. Now when you see this, he's not walking forward, is he? He is not. He is basically walking in one place, which is cool and all right. And I can make him move forward, but we're not gonna do that right now. That's a different animation. I mean, a different situation for actually animating. We're talking about the camera right now. We're gonna deal with characters very shortly in another video. So I'm gonna turn this off. Well, I'm gonna keep it on. Now, I have him in a lit situation, because if it wasn't lit, it's still gonna run at about the same thing. For some reason, don't know why, it's just doing it. So what I want to show you is how I would animate, is I have a sun in here and an area light. So it's lighting him. I like that lighting, it's cool. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go into the camera. Again, if you already saw it, it's locked to view already by camera to view. So I can move this any way I want, all right? Now, what I'm gonna do here is go back into my object properties, and I'm gonna set a keyframe, okay? Because what I want to happen here is I want him, as he's walking forward, I want the camera to come up on him. This is gonna give you the illusion of movement, all right? So I'm gonna skip to 120 frames. If this is at 24 frames a second, it'd be 5 seconds. If it's at 60 frames a second, it's 2 seconds, okay? So in 2 seconds, it's gonna roll up on him as it's going, and I'm gonna lift it up. Again, if you pay attention to the other video, you will know about the transform properties in the property panel under the object properties. So I just wanted to scale that far I to set a keyframe, and here we go. So let's turn that off so we can look at it. It looks like he's walking towards the camera, huh? Yes, sir. And then now here is where we're gonna get cool with it. I'm going to literally twist this camera. I'm gonna go -45. Oh no, 45. I'm gonna go 45. Then I'm gonna take, and I'm going to Y. Is it the Y or the Z? It's the Z. I'm going to Z, I'm gonna push it back. On the Y, I'm gonna go forward a little bit. I'm gonna come down. Yeah, on the X rotation. I'm gonna go up, and I'm gonna go down on the X rotation. Oh, not yet. Okay, now we're gonna key this, because I wanted to start there. And then for all the way to 250, I'm gonna go all the way to 250. And then I'm gonna make this pass him by. Okay. So we're gonna go, I'm just gonna find that space and make it pass him by. Yeah, I'm gonna make it pass him by a little. Because we want it to look like he's going out of the frame, right? Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. So here we go, walking. So let's say you were doing like an opening or something. This would be perfect for the opening. Boom, right? Now you see how long that took? Now what I'm gonna do here is this. Now this is gonna bring some sort of illusion. All right, at 121, I'm gonna add, I wanna say 48 frames. All right, don't want that, it's too many. We'll just do 20 frames. So I'm gonna move it, and let's see what it does right here. Yes, sir. Okay, now for the sake of making this move faster, I'm gonna move this last keyframe from there to there, because I want it to seem kind of quick. Because again, let's say you wanna make an intro, this would be perfect. So again, these are just advanced, like not necessarily advanced, but still beginner motions, because it's just making the intro or something of the like. You know, it may not be something you wanna use in your animation. Okay, so it could be something as simple as that. All right, so let's start from scratch again. I'm gonna do this, click, click, click. Again, if you saw the beginning video, Control-Alt-0 allows you to bring your camera to where your mouse is if you move the mouse again. Okay, so this time we're gonna start it in his face. I'm gonna give myself a good POV, all right? Oh yeah, that boy got those eyes, don't he? And I'm gonna lock it in. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to 120 again. And I'm gonna start to back away from there. Okay, and I'm eye that again. And then we're gonna go from there and see what we get, all right? Same effect, right? Kind of cool, huh? And then just to be different, this time I'm gonna hit my middle mouse button. I'm gonna spin it behind him. It's not gonna do that motion because it's quick. Click is just gonna click, right? But this time I'm going to, like, let's say 180. I'm gonna pull it away from him. I'm gonna just find that, yeah, there we go. Pull it away from him. Because again, we want it to look like he's walking away. This is giving the illusion of movement. I keep doing that, sorry. Let's go. Yeah, I like that, I like that. So he's doing his business, he's getting where he's got to go, boom. So one of the biggest things that a lot of people fail to do when it comes to camera motions when they first start is, say for instance, I got an action between two characters. What tends to happen is I make the same mistake. People have the cameras too wide or too close. This is what you call a close-up. This is a medium, okay? So a medium close-up would be this. This is a close-up, this is a medium, all right? Then this is a wide. So when there's two characters in there, what tends to happen is someone will have, let's say there's a character here and then him, all right? So what'll happen is this will be the space. Nothing's wrong with that, but let's say the interaction is closer. We want to be right about here. We want a medium. So none of those two characters are in that scene. So let's say they're at a distance. Like a good example, I'll even show you. I'll show you one of the things I'm working on because I don't want, let's see, let's go to tame shots. All right, so I'm gonna go, I'm gonna show you what I mean by camera shots. So here is, we're looking at Minister Tame. Okay, this is my series versus. In here, this is a close-up, or in some cases a medium. Okay, and not necessarily meaning a medium close-up is just a medium. So what you want to do is, I'm loading the textures. Okay, so in that medium, what happens is that, like for instance, right here in this medium, is it all the way up? Yeah. So this is a super close-up, okay? Like for instance, I think that one's like, even there, this is another close-up, but the other person is in the shot, feel me? So what you want to do is find that space that's just on top of the character or not too far away, because what happens is people will be too far back, and that's not what you really want. All right, so what you want is, you want the camera to basically be on, like I showed in the cube situation, you want the camera to basically be on the character to some extent, to the point where you can get enough of the person, but also enough space to see maybe the rest of the terrain, like over here, you know, or you might want a POV that's like right up in their face. So that's really the key here, is finding that spacing. And that's why I was showing with the characters. Okay, like to give another good example, I'll go into ROD and go into a shot. Let's see, episode setup, season 4. Okay, scene 1. Like for instance, okay, I got this. I don't know why she keeps looking like that, but anyway. So what I did here, now I'll clear this out. What I did here is go to the camera, and that's not the shot. I'm sorry, guys, bear with me here, because that's not the right shot. Okay. All right, so that's the right shot. All right, so here is where we have her moving to see her brother, right? So he pops in. So the deal is the shot has a certain closeness, right? And hello, sister, you look well. Okay. And see the angles of the camera. See how that camera, the way that camera is angled. All right, so that's really what you want to find in those basic motions is what I did here, because the camera animation is there. So that's this camera, right? So the animation is already down there. That animation going is just literally just panning. It's panning, it's dropping down, but it's panning at the same time. Okay, because it starts here where it originally was at the beginning of the scene, right? And then it scrolls up real fast, shows him, and then it pans. And these are basically what you want to do when you see how the characters are in the shot. Let's go to the end of the shot when there's this movie. How they're both in the shot, and I get just enough to care. I have a medium on her and I have a wide on her at the same time. It's just a matter of picturing in your head to see how you want it and then finding that spacing. And that's pretty much all to it, man. I've talked long enough. Sorry for that, guys. Now, the next video coming out, unless you want more about camera actions and something more advanced, the next video coming out is going to be about basic character movement with Xenoverse 2 characters, and I will also show rigs from like with actual rigs, like with like IK and FK, meaning inverse kinematics and forward kinematics. But that will be another video that's more intermediate. But we're going to talk beginner stuff. If you're extracting a character for something, it usually just has bones and no rig. So we're going to talk about that, man. Number love. See you on the other side.